I'm here with John, who's one of the aquarists here at the North Carolina Aquarium, who takes care of one of my favorite animals, the jellyfish. Jellyfish are one of the most popular animals with the visitors here at the aquarium, and they've got the name half right. The jelly part is correct, but obviously they're not fish. Tell us more about these special animals.
They're actually in a group of animals called cnidarians, and some other animals in the cnidarian group would be anemones and corals, and they're basically soft-bodied stinging animals. They have a real simple digestive system, real simple nervous system, no brain, no heart, anything like that. They can feel touch, they can feel current, they can feel temperature. Some of them have light sensors so they can tell the difference between up and down, but nothing very specific.
Here at the aquarium, we have two different species of jellyfish on display. Tell us more about their differences and how we can identify them.
The two types that we mainly display here at the aquarium are the moon jellyfish and the other types of sea nettles. Moon jellyfish are usually found out in the open ocean. They're very round, which is the way they get their name, moon jellyfish. They have very, very weak stings, so weak in fact that if they brush across our skin, we can't actually feel the sting. They're harmless. Other jellyfish we have are the sea nettles. The sea nettles also are called stinging nettles. They give a little bit of a sting that'll itch and burn for a while. They live more in brackish water in our sounds and our local coastal rivers, and they've got beautiful coloration on their bodies. They have purple and brown coloration. They have striped patterns. They have speckled patterns, all kinds of different varieties. Long stinging tentacles that trail along, and they use those to catch small shrimp and small worms and small fish out in the sound and the rivers to feed on.
You have them out in the water and you can see how beautiful they are and how symmetrical, and it's almost hypnotic the way they swim in the currents.
Yeah, they've got great motion. They're considered plankton because they're adrift in the sea, but they've got that pulsing motion and they can always keep themselves upright. And they've got these beautiful tentacles. You'll notice with jellyfish they've got oral arms, the real thick, pretty tentacles in the middle. Those tentacles are used for feeding, and then on the outside of the bell they'll have the stinging tentacles. So those are ones you have to watch out for.
Part of what takes so much time in the care of jellyfish is their special nutritional needs. Tell us more about how we feed them here at the aquarium.
A lot of work goes into that. A big part of my day is growing the food for the jellyfish. We try to provide live zooplankton for the jellyfish, and the main food that we feed them is something called brine shrimp or Artemia, and we hatch those on a daily basis. So we have a whole culture table set up where every day we hatch out eggs of these brine shrimp, and we grow them for about 48 hours till they're just big enough, and then we'll feed them to those jellyfish twice a day.
Jellyfish also have a really unusual reproductive cycle where they have both asexual and sexual reproduction.
Right.
And we also are culturing our jellyfish here at the aquarium.
Right. One of the hard things about keeping jellyfish is most of the ones around here only live about 1 year, and we may only have 2 or 3 months a year that we can catch wild ones because they're seasonal. So we need to grow our own ones here. So actually when jellyfish are in the adult stage, they can release eggs and larvae, and the larvae will attach to hard surfaces like the wall of the tank and form into polyps. And these polyps we can keep for years and years and feed them just like the jellyfish.
So they look like little miniature anemones.
They look just like little anemones or little coral polyps, exactly. And they'll reproduce asexually. The polyps will spread all over the holding tanks that we have for them. And I can give different environmental cues, like I can change the temperature, the light cycle, the feeding cycle, and other chemicals in the water to make those polyps think that it's gone from wintertime to springtime. At which point they'll do something called strobilation, where those polyps will actually release dozens of tiny baby jellyfish. They're about the size of a snowflake that will come off of those polyps. And then over the next couple months, they'll change different forms and become the medusa form, which is what most people consider jellyfish to look like.
Because sea turtles feed upon jellyfish out in the wild, that's part of the problem they have of pollution and the problem of sea turtles ingesting, plastic garbage bags and things like that, because underwater they look so much like the natural jellyfish. The turtles don't always know the difference, and they can have really severe problems from that.
Right. If you think about like a Ziploc bag floating on the water where somebody, after they finished their lunch, threw out, or a balloon that landed on the water that had the ribbon from the balloon, it would look like the tentacles of a jellyfish. So yeah, a lot of sea turtles are found that are injured, and they end up having plastic products inside of them. So.
Thanks, John. It's obviously that jellyfish play an important role out in the ecosystem and are an essential part of the food chain for many different species. Here at the aquarium, it's great for our visitors to get a chance to see them up close and understand their beauty and symmetry and their delicate grace.